You're back. Tell me, were you able to recover our sacred banner? By the Eight! You have given me a sliver of hope on a very dark day. The Order of the Silver Dawn will rebuild and continue the mission given to us by Adeliza Silveract so many years ago. Thank you for all you have done. The Order of the Silver Dawn will survive. We will one day rid the world of these murderous werewolves. On this, you have my word. First things first. I'll wait to see if any members of the Order return from missions. Then we'll establish a new base of operations and rally new members to our sacred banner. The Order of the Silver Dawn will survive. The world needs us. We must select a new leader. After that, it will be up to that person to decide how best we should proceed. damnable weather yet?
I'm afraid not. Scarlar says guests for the King's Moot take precedence.
Hello.
The orcs smell, the Nords are rude, and the Bretons... Gods, don't get me started on the Bretons.
Who wants to pull the little plow today? Feeling strong, Slaga? Of course you are!
Hail!
Don't chase trouble or it will chase you.
Do you mind? My partner and I have an appointment in the keep, but he's late. Late! That's a generous word for it. Are you taking a census or something? None of your business. Look, I'm sorry if I'm being rude, but how do I... Are you the king's social secretary? No? Didn't think... No, you can't help. Either he shows up or he doesn't. But what's wrong with you?
Isn't that what the king wants? Toss out the old and in with the new?
Can you imagine the chaos? Sometimes I don't know what the king is thinking.
Hail!
We didn't come for the ceremonies, just here to serve.
I meant no offense, Chief Barzrag. I only seek to spread Trinamac's good words.
Again with these Trinomac lies. Let me show you what Malakat thinks of your stupid words.
Your anger is uncalled for, clan chiefs. Please excuse us, Solgra. I see our champion has returned.
They pulled you into their madness? How disappointing.
Korog's pet outsiders, aren't you? Korog has always had strange ideas, but I think he was drunk when he invited you here. From what I've seen, that's how he makes all his important decisions.
Get out of my face, outsider. You helped Bosrog, so I'm not inclined to knock out your teeth right now, but that could change at any moment.
I may be grateful for the help you provided me earlier, but you aren't one of us. For your own good, stay out of this. Korog will be the death of you, mark my words.
As you can see, the clan chiefs can be a contentious lot. They oppose King Korog at every turn, especially on matters of faith. But tell me, was Korog successful? Did you defeat the Winterborn warlord? I knew you'd be able to help Korog in his mission. Perhaps now the other clans will see that Korog is destined to lead us all. Once all the clans unite, just imagine the power we will wield. The king sent for them. They are a few of the more vocal opponents to my son's plans, and they refuse to bend their knees to him. They are blinded by centuries of custom and tradition. They refuse to see the glory that King Korog wants to bestow upon us all. Instead, they stick their heads in the mud like a frightened Argonian and pretend that the old ways are so much better. My son wants to free us from the traditions that hold us back. They mire us in outdated notions and restrictions. We need to become a modern society if we want the other kingdoms to respect us, to take us seriously. King Korog will make that happen.
Excellent! Everyone's here! The time has come! Swear allegiance to me! Orsinium will prosper once the clans unite under my rule!
This again, Korog? Why should we submit to you this time?
Behold! I wield the Blade of Iceheart. With the help of outsiders, I have vanquished our greatest foe and retrieved the stolen supplies. The chiefs could not stop the Winterborn. Only I have accomplished that.
You ask much, Korog, to turn away from Malakath, to abandon our most cherished customs.
Bosrog, my old friend, your outdated ideas will be the death of me.
Don't tempt us, Korog. Our traditions won't bend to the will of an idiot chief who decides to call himself
King Idiot! Chief! I am your king! You would all do well to remember that. Now get out of my sight!
You embark on a dangerous path, Korog. We won't forget this.
You see what the chiefs do? How they disrespect my son and refuse to accept his plans. They should consider themselves lucky that only one chief spilled blood this day.
Treasonous bastards! I just saved their ungrateful arses, and this is the thanks I get? I even showed them Iceheart's sword! How can I create a united nation when the chiefs refuse to accept my rule? More often than not, yes. There's always some fool who wants to quote the Code of Malakath or insult my honor. It infuriates me! How can we build a respectable kingdom when we can't even abandon our most ridiculous superstitions? Targak, it was all I could do not to kill all three of those troll lovers. Let Bosrog and Dular think about what happened. I only hope they can set aside old traditions and accept the future I envision. Their support would make things much easier. For now, no. Go explore Wrothgar and get to know this great city. Enjoy yourself. When you're ready for a new challenge, find me at my private tavern in the city. I'm sure I'll have something that requires your specific skill set by then. Go on, see the wonders of Wrothgar. I'll be at my private corner club when you're ready for a new challenge.
I pray to Trinimac that the chiefs will learn from this experience, but I fear that their stubbornness won't be set aside so easily. But I wanted to thank you. You helped my son, and I appreciate that. Go in peace until he needs you again.
Hello there.
Greetings. Just checking. Doing my duty.
Over here! Try the Iceberry Ale. It's delicious. I love this place. Back at the keep, I'm always being pulled in a dozen directions. Fighting over here, debating over there, gives me a headache. But here, I can just eat and drink until I pass out. What do you imply? That Korog needs protection? Ha! Iceheart wasn't the first to challenge me, and he won't be the last. Let my enemies come. They'll wind up dead and bloody at my feet. That's what royal servants are for, to clean up the mess. It's a good thing I like you, because the last person who asked me these sorts of questions had the curiosity beaten out of him. But I don't want to fight with you. That's not why I called you here. Are you ready to listen? We opened Orsinium to the best and brightest. Crafters, farmers, scholars, anyone who can help bring my vision to life. I leave the details to my wives and mother. But you attracted my attention. Which brings us to the big question. You helped Chief Basra. You fought at my side as we defeated Iceheart and his Winterborn warriors. In short, you impress me. People who impress me either turn out to be a help, or a hindrance to my plans. Do you understand what I'm saying? Let me speak plainly. You could pose a threat to me, but I prefer to consider you an ally. Share a few drinks, like we're doing now. I could use someone like you. Someone to deal with problems that require a more personal touch. Clan chief problems. There are still stubborn chiefs out there who don't agree with my vision, who don't want to see our people united. They're stuck in the old ways. Ways that have failed our people time and time again. It's time to change that. You made an impression on Bosrog. Whether he likes it or not, he owes you for helping the clans. The other chiefs respect Bosrog. We can use this whole situation to our advantage. Get them to listen to matters they would normally refuse to hear. For now, nothing. Relax, have a drink. Enjoy all the pleasantries that Roxanne and her fine establishment have to offer. But when I need you, I expect you to be ready and willing to get the job done. Oh, for what are those two doing here? Damn it! You two always show up and ruin my fun.
Oh, I have not even begun to ruin your fun, my king. But let's leave the pleasantries for later. We have an urgent situation to report.
I can never tell when you're joking. Fine. What's so important?
The Trinimac Temple has been attacked by the Malakath devotees have barricaded the doors and taken the priests as hostages.
These fanatics dare to attack my city? My people? I'll deal with them personally.
You will do no such thing, my son. After what happened in the throne room, this is undoubtedly a trap.
I won't sit by while they attack my city!
This problem requires a personal solution, and I have a perfect idea. Outsider, let us talk.
My beloved must be beside himself. To think these cowards would attack innocents at prayer. If King Kurog demands it, I would comfort my beloved with the blood of these fanatics.
Damn Malakath fanatics! To attack a sacred temple! It's unthinkable!
Best not keep my mother waiting. Go, speak to her. Let's see if her plan.
My son's bravery borders on stupidity. He would run off and stumble blindly into their trap without the slightest regard for his safety. We must not allow that to happen. Oh, child, I always have a better idea. My son's rage makes it difficult for him to see clearly. His instinct is to charge every problem straight on and beat it into submission. His enemies know this, and often use it against him. Bosrog and the other clan chiefs know King Kurog all too well. They expect him to attack and kill the heretics, just as the heretics will kill the hostages. Innocent lives will be lost, and blame will fall squarely on Kurog's shoulders. You are an outsider with connections to Orsinium that are tenuous at best. Enter the temple and rescue our people. If you succeed, you save innocent lives at the king's request. If you fail, well, at least the king won't be blamed. My request carries a heavy burden. Believe me, I know. But your actions will potentially save innocent lives and bolster the king's standing. Do not fail me, outsider, and I will make sure that you are greatly rewarded. Show these Malakath fanatics no mercy!
I would accompany you on this mission, but my duty demands I remain at the King's side until this danger has passed. Good luck.
It pains me to admit it, but Mother is right. Again. I do have a bit of a temper, but I'm working on that. Anyway, I'll sit this one out and let you handle it. Regardless of what happens, you will have my full support.
One night I met a monkey who claimed to be an orc. Imagine that!
Hello there.
Everyone, clear the streets and go home. Let the King's soldiers deal with this.
Defend the temple!
Back away, citizen. We have enough to deal with as it is. Soldiers can't do their job with all you civilians getting underfoot. Just because you carry a weapon doesn't mean you know how to use it. And as you can see, I already have more amateur warriors volunteering to help than I can handle. Why don't you just stand back and leave this to the professionals? Right, and I'm High King Emmerich's long-lost brother. I know what you're trying to do. You're playing a dangerous game, outsider. I hope you realize that. Very well, I'll check with the Forge Mother. But if you've lied to me, I'll hunt you down, toss you in a cell, and throw away the key! You think there's a back entrance up the stairs near the Mages Guild? I sent soldiers to find it.
The king sent you here to rescue the hostages, didn't he? Of course he did. That's why they recruited heroes after all, am I right? Listen, I have a plan. It's brilliant. Want to hear it? See those hawkers behind me? Don't look. Anyway, they've been acting suspiciously. Standing around, making shifty eyes, showing odd hand gestures to passers-by. I've read enough investigative veil books to recognize criminal behavior when I see it. You never read Investigator Vale? The book's about the brilliant scholar who travels the world and solves crimes? She doesn't use magic or weapons, just her charm and her wits and... Look, I'll lend you a copy later, but we need to focus here. Isn't it obvious? Look at their evil demeanor, their villainous whispering. I bet if we rattle them, they'll run off and lead us right to the hostages. Watch. I'll just let loose an arrow. That should put the fear of Ifray into the survivor. Of course I can. I do it all the time. And I'll have you know that I'm right about 50% of the time. Fine, fine. We'll do things your way. But I'm going to keep an eye on those two.
I don't worry about the future. It'll be here soon.
Tell me, are Argonian maids really, you know...
Defend the temple!
Thank Trinimac you're here. Someone has to save my fellow priests inside the temple. Please, I need your help. The priests inside the temple are at the mercy of these fanatics. Please, I think they want to kill my brothers and sisters in Trinimac. Malakath fanatics. They burst into the temple and began rounding up my fellow priests. They spat at us and shouted that we were betraying our race. They said that Chief Basrag sent them to punish us for opposing the true god of the orcs. They made such a commotion when they barged in. I spotted them from the upper balcony and slipped out the back door. I was about to go find help when more of those ruffians surrounded me. I thought I was finished, and then you showed up. They invoke the chief's name, saying he seeks revenge against the king and any who follow the false god. I've known Chief Basrag to be a hard man, but never a cruel man, never a murderer.
What has the king done to anger him so? I see. I respect the king and all that he stands for, but his temper, it has gotten us into trouble more times than I care to remember. If it's vengeance Bosrog seeks, then the king will be responsible for the deaths of the temple priests. My fellow priests were still alive when I slipped out of the temple, but the tension in the air, I'm afraid violence is inevitable. They set up patrols inside the temple, watching for Kurog and his soldiers. If one of them spots you in there... They're holding the priests captive in the rectory. If one of the torchbearers spots you and reaches the rectory, you won't be able to save them. Avoid the torchbearers at all costs, or at least strike them down before they can sound a warning. Take this key. It will unlock the temple's rear entrance. Once inside, you'll need to find the key to the rectory, where they're holding my fellow priests. The fanatic who gives the orders, their commander, he probably has the key to the rectory. May the luck of Trinimac be with you. I'll inform the guards and try to send more help your way.
Defend the temple!
As soon as Kurog arrives, we kill them all.
Intruders! Now we can kill the priests!
did you get in here? No matter. You'll be dead. Maybe the others. Maybe Solgra reached them and they're all right. Everyone's dead. Maybe there's still hope for the others. Solgra, she took them with her. Tried to hide in the back. I don't know what's happened to Solgra and the others. High Priestess Solgra and our brothers and sisters in Trinimac. The fanatics gathered us up and forced us in here. But Solgra, she isn't one to put up with such nonsense. She put a blade into one of them and ran into the back to help the others. I have the key. I'll open the door for you. Find the others, please. I don't know what Solgra planned to do, but she had that look in her eyes when the fanatics started hurting our people. Solgra and the others should be somewhere through this door. I'll find a way to open the main temple doors and let the soldiers in. Good luck.
Get her! Don't let her escape!
I'll die before I let you hurt the others.
You killed one of mine. Orders be damned! You're going to die for that, priestess!
One? I plan to kill a dozen more if you don't leave my temple now. Thank you for that. I thought I could handle them, but the odds got a little overwhelming. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine once I catch my breath. Just got the wind knocked out of me a little, that's all. Not exactly. They claimed to be devoted followers of Malakath, and said they were working for Chief Bazrag. They caught us by surprise, threatened us. Did you run into Ugus? How are he and the others faring? Don't blame yourself. You have saved lives that without your intervention would certainly have been lost. But I'm still confused as to what the attackers hope to accomplish. Why take us hostage? Why not simply kill us and be done with it? Spill the blood of innocents and blame the king for their deaths, for not being able to protect his people. What a fiendish scheme. But the king sent you in his stead. Very astute on his part. That decision may have saved many lives. We were supposed to assume they were Malakath devotees, but they didn't seem particularly religious to me. Even I don't believe Malakath would sanction a slaughter such as this. They mentioned Chief Bazrag, though. Said he gave them their orders. I've always found the chief to be noble, but it doesn't take a lot to change a person. His forts ravaged, his traditions threatened. I can see how such things could lead to this. The king and the Forge Mother must be told what happened here. Please, let the Forge Mother know my suspicions, but make sure she understands that they are only that. I don't want to start a war with the clan chiefs over idle speculation. No, you've done more than enough, and the temple is safe for now. Please inform the Forge Mother of my suspicions. We don't want Chief Bazrag to take the king by surprise. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must see to my priests in the temple.
This is the last of them! Let's finish these bastards off!
One of the priests finally managed to open the temple doors. It appears that you had the situation mostly well in hand from what I can see.
That was the last of the fanatics! Your help in this matter is appreciated, but it felt good to run a feud through myself! Forge Mother Alga waits for you outside. She would confer with you about all that happened here today.
Your timely arrival was a blessing from Trinimac, outsider. The Forge Mother promises that our temple will never again be a target for hatred and persecution. Next time, we'll be prepared.
You're alive. finally something good comes out of this debacle. Too many priests died because of those fanatics. We removed their bodies, but if word of this gets out, I need to know. Did you find High Priestess Solgra? Is she safe? That is good news indeed. I will make sure that a military contingent protects this temple going forward. It will not be left undefended again. Increased patrols around the perimeter, soldiers assigned to guard the inside of the temple. The priests will not have to live in fear of another attack, not so long as my son is king. I assume you know who claimed responsibility for this? Bosrog has never agreed with Kurog. He made threats in the throne room, as I'm sure you heard. Besides, his boldness and devotion to Malakath are legendary. It appears Bosrog wishes to challenge our king. My son needs to solidify his hold on the clans. All of the chiefs must accept Kurog as their king for the betterment of the Orsimer people. If we gain support of the clans, we can stop Bosrog without inciting an all-out war. You have done enough for today. Though lives were lost, thanks to you, others were saved. Take this for your efforts, and keep your ears open. We will contact you when the king again has need of your services. Solgra, my child, come join us. Are you injured? Should I call a healer?
Well enough, but innocent blood was spilled in the temple this day.
I grieve for your fellow priests as much as you do, but changing the Orsimer way of life brings risks we are all well aware of.
Trinimac's words. I came here to share them, not to bury my brothers and sisters in the faith.
Thank you for your assistance in this matter, outsider. My son or I will contact you when we again require your...
Your timely arrival was a blessing from Trinimac, outsider. The Forge Mother promises that our temple will never...
Thank you for what you were able to do, but I need time to pray for our...
Ah, there you are. Guess what? I have another message for you from the king. It's wonderful to see you again, my friend, but I really wish the king would find someone else to serve as a messenger. I have so many other talents that could greatly benefit Orsinium. I have no idea. Although I did hear something or other about a moot of some kind. I suppose the best way to find out is to go and see the king. In the throne room, up at the keep. Hopefully he won't be in too foul of a mood when you get there. He seemed out of sorts when I told him this was the last message I was going to deliver. Either he finds something else for me to do, or I'm leaving. Good luck with whatever the king wants you to deal with this time. Me? I think I'm gonna have a soak in the bathhouse. Sounds like a perfect diversion. At least until they find something worthy for one of my obvious skills and talents.
I'm going to live forever. Long as I try.
Lend a helping hand.
Hello.
You again? Well, if you're here to help, then talk to my king. His new idea sounds reckless to me, but my husband has survived reckless more than once since I've been at his side.
Haha! Welcome back, friend of my beloved and ally to the king. I'm glad that my beloved has someone as noble and trustworthy as you at his side. It does my heart good to see him make a new friend.
Ah, my friend and ally has returned. Let's talk. I heard what you did at the temple. Your efforts no doubt saved countless lives. It pains me to learn that Chief Bosrog was involved, though. Bosrog's never agreed with my plans. He's a traditionalist, stubborn and old-fashioned to the end. His unwavering devotion to Malekith, his hatred of Trinimac, his refusal to recognize my authority. I'd say Chief Bosrog is getting desperate. Bosrog wants to start a war. Damn it all to oblivion, we'll have to stop him. He has the strength to overwhelm the lesser clans, and he's no suckling cub when it comes to fighting either. If he were to make a challenge for my throne... It's time to assemble the Great Moot. I want you to visit the clan chiefs that still haven't come around to our way of thinking. Talk some sense into them. You need to get to them before Bosrog poisons the well and turns them against me. You made an impression already, but don't worry. I'm not expecting them to come just because you asked nicely. The chiefs are stubborn, but they each have a problem that's confounding their clan. Solve their problems, and they'll attend the moot. Now you get it. Help the chiefs, and they'll be obligated to accept your invitation. I've tried to convince the chiefs of Tumnash, Morkel, and Shatul to join my kingdom. I even married a few of their daughters. We need a better solution. Tell them that you come to help in the name of King Kurog. That I'm hosting a gathering of clans, and I want the chiefs to attend. And it needs to be the clan's chief that comes to the moot. If they try to send a subordinate, I'll be highly insulted. Do whatever it takes. The chiefs must attend the moot. I trust you won't fail me. When this is over, Wrothgar will finally be forged into a united kingdom. Meet me at my corner club after you finish. All this planning has given me a powerful thirst. More? What more is there to say? They refuse my every overture and laugh at my authority. We need to convince them of the veracity of my grand vision. Oh, very well. What specifically do you want to know? The stoneworkers? Tumnosh operates the Greystone Quarry, the primary source of building materials for Osinium. I'm not sure what Chief Ramash is up to, but he's fallen behind on his shipments. Maybe you can help get the quarry back on track. The Morkel clan is famous for its smiths. Some of the finest arms and armor has come out of their forges. I've been trying to get them to send experts to help us build the city, but Chief Abzug continues to hem and haw. Family troubles, he says. One of the best clans as far as food production and livestock is concerned. Expert hunters and farmers, every one of them. Chief Ogzor promised to send herds of Icharters to help feed the city, but we haven't seen so much as a bushel of apples yet. Do whatever it takes. The chiefs must have...
Your task is vital, outsider. If you bungle this mission, you will not only disappoint King...
Don't mind Razbala. She really does love our beloved, but she takes her role as the king's protector very serious.
Hello there.
Surprise me. Say something intelligent.
outsiders are good for.
Ah, outsider. I confess I had my doubts, but my forge wife tells me you were as good as your word. Thank you for helping restore order to the Greystone Quarry. Oh, very well. You performed a vital service for my clan. The least I can do is go and listen to whatever fancy words Kurog wants to shout at us this time. I'll see you in Orsinium, outsider.
It's not that much to ask.
Don't bother with the others. You'll find the best merchandise right here.
Rigert would like to speak words with you, my friend.
You probably want to talk to the Ambassador. I'm just an aide, no one important. Not like Ambassador Rigert. If it were up to me, his name would be the Handsome instead of the Brash. His muscles are definitely all in the right places.
Most excellent to be seeing you again, my bestest friend. It is I, Rigert the Brash, but you can call me Ambassador now. The Ebonheart Pact sent me to extend the branch of peace to glorious, brave, and beautiful Orcish peoples. Oh, friend, you see to the depths of Rigert's heart, riddled as it is to overflowing with Freyla's pointy arrows of affection. If only Rigert knew how to express such feelings to the lovely Ambassador Lasdutha. Really? You would help? You are too kind. The Ambassador's aide, Wulfala, said I need to collect delicious Orcish delicacies, but I can't leave the clan hold. If you could find these things, I can prepare a romantic meal and win Lasdutha's love. Trade these Nord delicacies for the finest ale and cheese in Wrothgar. Rigert and his Jade Princess will feast until we are too full to escape our love. And find out what poems or perfumes are used in Orc wooing rituals. Rigert might need the help. Oh, Rigert has no idea. All these Orc customs are strange and confusing to my Nordic nature. Maybe the Ambassador's aide, Wulfala, can help. After all, she was the one who explained all about Orc courting rituals to me. She's very knowledgeable. because this is where Ambassador Lazdutha meets with all the important foreign dignitaries. Something to do with her chambers in Orsinium still being under construction. Besides, this is where Rigurd's boat is docked, which makes it very convenient. Ambassador Lazdutha? She is the apple in my tart and the rabbit in my meatball. She captured the Rigurd's heart the moment I stepped into her presence. With your help, Lazdutha will be as smitten with me as I am with her.
Ah, the handsome Rigurt has chosen you to be his champion. I approve. What a rare and prestigious honor, to be selected to participate in the sacred rites of Orc love. So tell me, what would you like to know? Of course, any friend of Rigurt's is a friend of mine. The ambassador has been very curious about seductive orcish delicacies, which is the best way to win an orc's heart. But I must warn you, some of these items will be difficult to acquire. No orc woman can resist the cheese of the mighty Achater. Its milk can peel the paint from a wall, but its cheese tastes like sunshine on a cloudy day. It's perfect for a romantic meal. A cheesemonger to the north makes the best. It's my favorite. Of course, any friend of orcs love ale. Any kind of ale. But the ale that's most likely to put an orc maiden in a romantic mood is made by a reclusive brewer in southern Wrothgar. I love the stuff. Perhaps Lumgro Busby will trade his ale for the rare mead Rigurt gave you. Rigurt told me it's the last bottle of Bolyar's buzzed mead in all of Wrothgar. The fastest way to a Nord maiden's heart, according to the ambassador. Rigurt said you're sure to get lucky if there's a live bee inside when your intended opens it. Of course, any friend of Rigurt. Some orcs have a fondness for foreign culture. We don't have any love poems, but I enjoy the sonnets of the Redguard poet Borisad. He's visiting Wrothgar now. And I noticed that Rigurt thinks Huntwife Yatsog smells good. See what perfume she uses. the handsome Rigurt has chosen you.
That's not you I smell, is it?
Word of advice. If you mention Trinimac to Lothgood, he'll cut you off. Ask any orc why he does something. Code of Malakath this, Malakath commands that. But where is this code? Nowhere. It means whatever we need it to mean. What's not to hate? Only the chief may marry. Only the chief's wives may remain in the clan. Pah! Trust me, the chief and his wives aren't the only ones marrying, no matter what lewd name you put to the act. Malakath, Daedric Prince of Vengeance. Daedric Prince of always making the same mistake, more like. No, I'm a follower of Trinimac, and I don't care who knows. Simple. That priestess in Orsinium made me and Ballark husband and wife. She said if we were married in our hearts, we were married for real. Yeah, she's the one. Chief Abzug wasn't too happy when he heard, but there was nothing he could do about it. His own daughter converted once she married King Kurog.
You're looking for work, yeah? Good. We can use you. Folks around here have all kinds of problems that a good sellsword can solve. These contracts are piling up and my crew is booked solid. So what do you say? Want to get your hands dirty? Says here the client needs someone to head down into the kennel. She wants to get her hands on some of their special Durzog chow. Apparently the slot they're slinging down there is as good as it gets. Funny. I thought Durzogs just ate other Durzogs. Yeah. I don't know if she sees her as competition or some sort of threat, but Arushna also wants you to kill Nikolvara, the Durzog Whistler. She was willing to pay extra for that. I'm all for extra pay. If you want more details, you can ask her yourself. She's right outside. Be careful around those Durzogs. One of my mates thought he could train one as a watchdog. Got ornery one day and snapped his hand off like an apple on the branch. It's a shame, too. He was a damn fine lute player. My friend, I mean, not the Durzog. Sometimes I ask myself the same question. I'm a contract broker for the Dragonstar Caravan Company. We've been drowning in contracts ever since Kurog started his little home decorating project. We just don't have the manpower to keep up. Yeah, we're a property protection consortium. Fancy way of saying we're a bunch of grunts and rowdies that knock heads together for money. Mostly stick to caravan escort, but we'll take just about any job as long as it pays well. No. I've got enough greedy hooligans on my payroll. This is strictly contract work. We give you a job and take a cut on the back end. Simple as that. Be careful around those dirt.
Hail.
Enchanting is a far grander trade than...
I sometimes pray to Malakath for strength, but Malakath cannot give it. He only issues the challenge to claim strength for ourselves.
That old Tuskar Gurazog sent you, right? Just to be clear, you might lose a few fingers on this one. Nikolvara has wound her Durzogs up tight. They're liable to bite anything that moves. Not just any food. Look, the first thing you need to know about Durzogs is that they're survivors. They can live on practically anything. By Moloch, those ugly little reeker feed their Durzogs nothing but horker gristle and old bones. Do you even need to ask? You've seen the kennel's Durzogs. They're massive. I've used every meat and herb I can think of, and I can't raise a beast even half that size. I'm done trying to figure it out. I'm an animal handler, not a chef. Yes, put that Nord witch in the ground. I welcome a little friendly competition. But Nikolvara is giving all Durzog trainers a bad name. And, since there aren't many of us, that means she's giving me a bad name. That's something I can't abide.
Hello there.